For the debates, really, we could debate, but let's do a boxing match. And just yesterday, I actually sent Yair Netanyahu a full contract, a letter saying, if you are so strong and you're so correct and you want to do all this crazy genocide stuff, let's actually go in the ring, let's duke it out, and let's make it a high-stakes event. Okay. Well, there's a few conditions I have for this boxing match with Benjamin Netanyahu's son, Yair. First of all, of course, Yair Netanyahu's got a few years on me. He's 8 years older than I am. He's 33 years old, but he is a fellow Miami resident. I actually believe he lives on the same street that I do. And I'd like this to be a professional, well, not professional, an amateur, but sanctioned International Boxing Association match between Yair and myself. The only conditions I really have, I mean, I'll make whatever weight needs to be met in this match, but the only conditions I have is, one, obviously medical teams will be present at the fight to make sure that we're both safe. This will be a well-regulated event. So for the safety of the medical teams, I just want Yair to sign here and confirm that he will not, bomb or kill any of the medical teams that are there, any of the medics, like they've done to so many in Gaza and Lebanon. In addition to that, I've seen what Israel's done with the International Court of Justice, trying to buy off and censor certain judges. So also in the contract here, I wrote, you cannot buy off or threaten judges or the referee of the fight. I think that's important. Third of all, Yair Netanyahu strictly prohibited from imprisoning, harming, or killing any journalists who report on the fight. We've seen Israel kill around 200 journalists in Gaza and Lebanon thus far. It's more than any other war in human history. So I think that's worth definitely including in here. And lastly, his father, your father, Yair, he is definitely not allowed to order an airstrike, drone strike, assassination, or any other form of interference against me before the start or during the match itself. That's also important. So here are the stakes. If Yair Netanyahu wins, if he defeats me, the challenger, then I will have to deport myself permanently to Gaza. Now, I'd be happy to visit Gaza any other time when there's not ethnic cleansing and occupation and a genocide going on, but right now it's probably means I'd be risking my life to self-deport to Gaza. But if I, the challenger, happen to defeat Yair Netanyahu, which I think the odds would be stacked dramatically in my favor, Yair Netanyahu would, of course, have to, per this contract, he would have to serve in the IDF on the front line of Israel's current conflicts in Gaza or Lebanon for the duration of the conflict, or on the front lines of potential future conflicts against Iran or Syria. So, Yair Netanyahu, the decision is yours. I encourage you to sign this contract. Don't be a pussy, and let's get in the ring. Miami, let's make it happen. I mean, I'd be happy to make it happen this week, but I know, Yair, you Zionists, you usually only like to fight innocent women and children, so I wouldn't be too surprised if you don't want to fight me. We'll see. The contract has been signed, sealed, and delivered via text, SMS, and electronic mail. We'll see what happens. Anyways, let's get into the news today because we got a lot to talk about, okay? As you all know, Israel carried out a devastating and significant attack on Iran last week. Maybe Israel added a few more potholes to Iran's road infrastructure. I don't know. Really nothing happened. There was a radar site that was targeted. There was, unfortunately, very sadly, 2 IRGC military personnel who were killed in the attack. There was also a Shahed drone factory that was attacked. So there was a little bit of damage, but it was not devastating and significant as Israel, Netanyahu, Yoav Gallant, and many others promised us it would be for the past 3 weeks. I mean, actually, there was something very devastating that took place in this attack. There was. And I want all of us right now to sit here and take a moment of silence and pray for all of the Bushes in Iran. Because what Israel did with their missile attack to the lush landscape of Iran, the attacking innocent bushes, it was really a travesty. So let's have a minute to pray. All right. Thank you for your prayers for Iran's bushes. Anyways, look, I don't mean to be I don't mean to make light of this situation. No one should be making light of this situation. That's the truth. Yes, it was a silly attack. Yes, it was humiliating and embarrassing. Yes, Iran's air defenses did stop the attack from really doing any substantial damage to Iran. But the fact of the matter is, this was a major red line that was crossed. You know, Iran's attack on Israel, Operation True Promise 2, was a retaliation to what Israel did. It was a retaliation to not just the assassination of Ismail Haniyeh, the leader of Hamas, when Haniyeh was in Iran for the official inauguration of new president Pezeshkian, Dr. Pezeshkian in Iran. This was not just a retaliation for Israel's attack on an Iranian embassy, and I believe, was it Syria? It was not just that, or Lebanon maybe it was. Unprecedented, by the way. This was not just a retaliation for the year-long genocide that's been taking place. I mean, this is a retaliation for so many things, and it really wasn't that big. What, 32 strikes on Nevatim Air Base? I mean, there was no decapitation strike. There was nothing like that. It's not like Iran is trying to take out the leaders of Israel, but, you know, it was still something. And Israel decided to escalate further by retaliating to a retaliation strike. That's not how this stuff works, okay? If you have a